Hello, welcome in or welcome back. My name is Jennifer, and this is Earth, Wind, and Fire Tarot. Today, I am actually sitting down to do a Meet the Reader video. I haven't done one of these before, so bear with me. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet so I don't drag on. But I did want to let you know a little bit about my background, who I am, and how I got here to the tarot so that you can connect with me a little bit in that way and see if this vibe is your fit. So I am a single and widowed mother. I have two children, one from a previous marriage. I divorced her father. My current son and I live together. He's 10. He'll be 10. My chart, I have a Virgo sun. I have Aquarius moon. I've got a rising Gemini, and my Venus is in Leo. So that's where the Earth, Wind, and Fire comes from. I mean, aside from the music group, and I'm not trying to trademark. If they get upset with me, I will change it. Anyway, so that's where that came from. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't have any water in my chart or any prominent places in my chart. So if it seems like I'm less emotional, that's probably why. I'm a little bit more, again, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Two air signs in my chart, Aquarius and Gemini, Mercury, yada yada. Anyway, lots of head stuff. Part of my personal journey is, getting my head and my heart to talk to each other and and stay in alignment. I came to tarot through my own healing journey. My life got turned upside down. I'm sure some of you can relate. I didn't know, I didn't have anywhere really to turn. I had walked away from traditional religious structure in my early 20s for my own personal reasons. I'd gone down a path of more of a naturalistic Native American, earth-based spirituality path for a while. And that's when I first got introduced to tarot. My ex-husband had picked up a deck, and and through the years, when I checked my astrology, I'd also kind of check the card of the day or whatever. So it was in my peripheral for a long time. But then when I had to go through my own personal deep healing journey, when my life got turned upside down, backwards, forwards, inside and out, I found the tarot again. I was searching for a way to connect to my own spirituality that felt true for me, and this is where I landed. So here I am. I love using tarot as a way to connect with my higher power, to help to see things from a perspective that I wouldn't have necessarily looked at them by originally. And that's where it helped me in the beginning, was to be so consumed with my worries and my stresses and my anxieties and all the things that were the Nine of Swords, all the things keeping me up at night, right? I mean, when I went through this was my first deck, the Light Seers deck, and one of the first things I did, in the guidebook, it asks you to go through the deck and to choose the card that resonates with you when you're at your happiest, and the card that resonates with you when you're at your lowest. And for me, when I picked the one for my lowest, was the Nine of Swords card in here. Go figure. Because all that head activity I was telling you about in the beginning. So anyway, tarot helped me to put words to feelings that I couldn't quite express. I didn't know how. Again, no cups energy in my chart. So my worries, I'd draw a card. It would give me something that I was unexpected, like, what? And so I'd, look up the meaning of the card, apply it to my situation, and look at things from a different perspective. And as I continued the practice, I got better at it, I started getting a tarot journal. I started doing bigger spreads. I would write out the meanings. I would write out how they interacted, write, paragraphs. I have, it's right here, my first tarot journal. I was writing, like paragraphs and all the just writing it all out and learning and all the things. So that was where I began. And then I started practicing with my friends. A couple of my friends were willing to let me read for them. And so I started a practice, and it's if I'm sitting with somebody in the same room, we'll sit down together and do a little meditation first, and we both stay seated there and I call it stay inside the bubble until the reading's over. So we both stay there in the bubble until the reading is over. And it's an interactive experience, and I enjoy it very much. I wish I got to do it more often, but because I don't get to do it more often, I started my YouTube channel. And I wanted to be able to practice not just reading for me, but reading but to understand the cards and to understand how the cards interact with each other and to understand just the different nuances depending on what's going on, right? And so that's why I started reading on YouTube. And when I first started, I thought, I didn't know. And so I thought, I was so nervous about even posting a video because I was like, oh my gosh, people are going to see this. What am I, all the things, and it's like, nobody cares and nobody's watching. I have 100 people who enjoy my company and spend time with me as often as they choose. And I appreciate that. I'm so grateful. Again, that's why I'm making this video, because that's unbelievable to me. I was telling my friend the other day that I kind of started this so that, like, in the same way that like a pilot needs to fly so many hours before they're able to get their license, like I started this as kind of a way to like put in the hours of my practice so that I could become better, right? So that's where we're at today. Like I still do my own readings for myself personally, but what I've come to find is that as I do these readings for this collective, for us, and because I'm reading them from like that higher perspective of not being personal to me, but as a general reading for everybody, that when I go back to when I'm editing them or like reviewing through them, or like after, even not even when I'm editing it, because I'll be, that's just taking out the dead air and stuff. Because when I sit here and look at the cards for 15 or 30 seconds, I'll edit some of that out. Anyway, but then when I go back to actually watch the video after it's all said and done, like I've edited it, I've added the music, all of the graphics and things, and I'll watch it. And the reading resonates with me in such a different way than when I read for myself personally. And so I'm tickled by that, actually, because then I'm still getting that outside perspective that I don't get when I'm reading for myself. Because when I'm reading for myself, I'm overly critical, overly detailed, overly, all the things, overly nitpicky, all the things. And so when I'm reading for you all as a collective, it actually helps me as well. So anyway, with that being said, I just wanted to thank all of you for being a part of this collective. I'm grateful that you're here. I also wanted to let you know that for this celebration, I've put up a new promotion on my for personal readings. I've got 3 questions plus an oracle closer available for the collective. The details are in the description. So if you'd like to check that out, if you'd like a personal reading from me, I'd be so grateful to get the opportunity to read for you. It will be like a video similar to this. I will send back to you the unlisted YouTube link that you will have, that nobody else will have access to. Only people that have the link can view the video, kind of a thing. So you'll receive that, yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm excited to do this. This is new for me. So if you're willing to go on this new adventure with me, Page of Wands, let's do it. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful way. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you soon.